Hello everyone. In this video, we'll be covering how to install VirtualBox um, OVA file, the virtual machine, Windows 10 virtual machine for the workshop, and open it via Oracle VirtualBox VM. The links of both are provided in the email, the first two bullet points. So from the link, when you go to the link, you'll see the preview that is available like this. So don't worry that no preview is available. You can just go ahead and click on download, and when you download, it will download in your downloads folder typically in Windows. So click on the download and download the OVA file. It is around 9.5 gig, so it will take some time to download depending on your internet connection. In my system, it is already installed, so I put it on the desktop for now, and you can see this is the one. So once you have the installation like this, it will look like .ova file, and from the first link in the email, you might have already downloaded Oracle VirtualBox VM. In your Windows machine, if you are using Windows machine, it will be available as a desktop icon. So I can show you how the icon looks like right now. If you are on Ubuntu like me, you can go ahead and search for Oracle VM VirtualBox. So it will look like this, the icon. Double click on it. So you'll not see anything on the left pane typically on the VirtualBox manager. So what you have to do now, all you have to do is open your OVA file that you just downloaded from the Google Drive link. So you click on File. Yeah. Now you can see Import and Export Appliance. So in this video, all you have to do is import appliance, which is .ova file, open virtual format. So when you click on the import virtual appliance, you search for the downloaded file in file folder, right? In the file field. So you click on the desktop here and you search for the file. So you know that in this case, I have it on the desktop. So you can search in the downloads folder also, wherever folder you have downloaded it. And you select the latest version which you just downloaded. Sorry, I have multiple versions, but you are concerned about the one that you just downloaded, which is the 9.7 gig one. And the name is the same, Python Summer Camp Windows 10.ova. So you click on open and it will populate the folder path, file path. Okay. Now click on next. Please keep all of this as default. Okay, you can check the settings and you can also verify when you will be importing on your system. Now click on import. It will take a while to import the virtual disk format. So in the OVA file, you will have a Windows 10 machine which has PyCharm integrated development environment, which is already installed in the system. You also have Sonic Pi library, which is for creating some music tunes using Python. It will be used in one of the classes for week 1. And you will also have some of the libraries such as NumPy, SciPy already installed in PyCharm. So those two softwares are pre-installed in this VM which is currently importing. So in this way you don't have to install any other extra software, but while going through the lessons, in case we need specific software, most of them will be possible in Google Colab, you might have seen in the other video. But some of the softwares which require your Google graphical user interface to be opened, generating the tunes which are mandatory for a native environment to be supported. In that case, we will be using this virtual machine. Another purpose of using this virtual machine is in case you do not have uh, Python specific environment set up, or for some reason you couldn't set up. This is the out of the shelf box, virtual box available to you. You can use it for as long as you want to. And we also use it for games. So there is one session where you'll be coding some part of the games and see what happens, how you can develop games using Python. So the package is called Pygame. You will be able to install it on the PyCharm in this Windows machine. It will take a while to download, 17 minutes. So by now you have imported the appliance. You can see the name of OVA file here after you successfully imported the appliance. Now you select the VM. You will be typically having only one, which you just downloaded and imported as appliance in the VirtualBox Manager. Now click on Start. So you look the version of the virtual Oracle VirtualBox that you downloaded, and it will start the Windows. So the username and password are preset. You don't have to use your own credentials. You should be able to see the username for the virtual machine. It's a Python summer camp. So all these steps you typically see when you reboot your Windows machine as well, or even when you start your Windows machine, not just VirtualBox. click anywhere on the screen, yeah, a little bit drag upwards or downwards, and then you'll see Python Camp as username, and you have to enter password as students. So Python Camp is the username and students is the password. Click enter, and you should be able to see the Windows machine. Now you can work on this one, and this copy is yours. You can continue working, write your Python code. So this PyCharm is the one that you will be using. So just double click and open this icon to open PyCharm and start writing Python code from your week 1. And in this PyCharm software itself, you'll be able to download Python packages as and when required during the course. I think the Windows is still loading. Yeah, now you can. And the other software that I was talking about is the Sonic Pi. And this is the desktop icon. You can just directly click and um, open it as well. It will be used for generating music tunes using Python as part of one of your projects. Let's see. Yeah. So you should be able to see when you click on PyCharm after you load your Windows virtual machine. You can ignore these messages at the top and then just close them if needed. Okay, so now it's loading. It's always a good idea to let your Windows load properly first and then open the PyCharm. Otherwise, it will take time, as you might have seen. So we will be using Python 3.8 mostly throughout the workshop, and that is what is installed on PyCharm as well. You can skip these. So there you go, you can see the PyCharm open now, and you can create files, or in fact you can also use Python interpreter. So these symbols indicate that it's a Python interpreter, and you can see Python 3.8 version here. In fact, you can directly run here and write some commands here like we did in Google Colab, right? You can do x equals 3 and then press enter like we did in Google Colab, just a brief overview of how you can, and then you can type x and it will show you the value, right? So you can directly use, in case it's a small number of commands and you want to have a quick check, you can run it on the Python console. It is also called interpreter. Otherwise you can create files here which will be covered in the workshop. So let me close this and give a quick overview of Sonic Pi. Exit. Okay. Now on the desktop you also have a Sonic Pi icon. Double click and then you'll be able to see this similar console but specific to music generation commands. In case you are setting up on your own system and you don't want to use this virtual machine, or for some reason that doesn't work on your system, feel free to follow the third approach which were covered in the part 1 email sent. And in that one you can actually see the version here, right? 3.3.1 Sonic Pi. You can install them on your own machine as well. Okay, that was strange. I think it is loaded or not. Let me see. Yeah, okay, it is loading. So it's not usually this slow, maybe because I'm accessing it remotely from my another machine, and that could be the reason why it's slow. But usually it's similar to how you experience on your local machine. Okay, it's loaded now, and you can see, right, some of the commands that I just put it as demo. You can actually check, and they're simple commands, mostly English language, similar to English language, right? So it will play and then it will sleep for zero point 0.5. These are in seconds, and then you will have sample electrical music playing, right? And then it will sleep for again few seconds. Okay, let me run. You will be able to hear some music, right? Yeah, let me see. Yeah, run again. See the sound, and then also you can see the tunes here in the scope on the right hand side. Let me run it again. There you go. Yeah, so we'll be using this as well. Sonic Pi server. Okay, I think that's why it was loading a bit slowly today. But yes, so you'll be using this to generate some audio, and we'll be covering those as well as part of the workshop. So that's the overview of this Windows virtual machine, and let me show you how you can at the end of the day close this VM. Okay, all you have to do is go to Windows button at the bottom, which is start button, right? And then you can click on it and then you can just shut it down like you do your own machine. So power off, power shut down, and you'll be able to see the VM box after it is shut down and the list of your VMs. So one of your VMs is the Python Summer Camp one. It looks and operates pretty much similar to your own local Windows 10 machine. And your work will automatically be saved as long as you're using it in, of course you can export it, but that is not required. As long as you're using the same machine and the VM box on it, you'll be able to see the files that you have saved the previous day. So from wherever we started it, when you shut down, you'll be able to see the same screen, right? So that's all in this video, and if you have any questions, please email us, and we will have time for setting it up in case you face any issues on the first day of the workshop. Thank you.